Welcome to Odeon Cyber. In the summer of 1994, a brilliant but reckless Russian mathematician named Vladimir Levin, then 23 years old, sat in a cramped apartment in St. Petersburg, Russia. Fresh out of university, Levin was no ordinary criminal. He was a self-taught coding wizard with a knack for cracking complex systems. The internet was in its infancy, but global banking networks like Citibank's were already wired together through early dial-up connections and proprietary software. Levin saw an opportunity. Citibank's cash management system, designed for corporate clients to transfer funds securely, was a digital vault waiting to be picked. It started innocently enough. Levin had landed a job at a telecommunications firm, giving him access to a laptop with legitimate connections to international networks. Late at night, while his colleagues slept, he dialed into Citibank's system using a simple modem. He exploited a vulnerability in the bank's dial-up authentication. Weak passwords and unpatched software allowed him to impersonate a legitimate user. Once inside, Levin didn't smash and grab. He was methodical, transferring small amounts at first to test the waters. Over weeks, he siphoned $10 million in total, wiring the funds to anonymous accounts in Finland, Israel, the Netherlands, and even the US, using mule accounts controlled by his accomplices, a loose network of friends and low-level crooks. The heist unfolded like a slow-burn thriller. Citibank executives in New York first noticed anomalies in July. Millions vanishing from client accounts, rerouted through a maze of offshore banks. Panic set in as auditors traced the trails back to St. Petersburg. The FBI jumped in, launching Operation Devil's Haircut, a frantic international chase. Agents posed as bankers, monitored wire transfers, and even flew to Russia to pressure local authorities. Levin, meanwhile, lived large for a hacker, buying a flashy car and dreaming of Silicon Valley, but his arrogance was his downfall. He slipped up by calling a Citibank contact from a traceable line. By August, the net closed. In London, where Levin had traveled to oversee a final transfer, Interpol agents arrested him at Stansted Airport. Handcuffed and bewildered, the young hacker faced extradition to the US. His trial in 1997 was a media spectacle, exposing the fragility of early digital finance. Levin pleaded guilty to conspiracy and was sentenced to 3 years in prison, but not before authorities recovered $9.6 million. Only $400,000 had been spent on luxuries and bribes. Levin's hack wasn't just a crime, it was a wake-up call. It forced banks worldwide to overhaul their security, introducing multi-factor authentication and encrypted protocols that underpin modern fintech. Released in 2001, Levin faded into obscurity, reportedly working odd coding jobs in Russia. His story endures as the blueprint for cybercrime. A lone genius who turned a keyboard into a crowbar, proving that in the digital age, the biggest vaults are guarded by code, not steel. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.